Bottom boys, motherfucking bottom
Motherfucking bottom boys,
Motherfucking
bottom boys, coming to you. Bottom boys, bottom boys, coming to you.
If you got a dead body, we will get rid of it. If you got a dead body, we will get rid of it. That's a promise. 1-800 get rid of the dead body. That's way too many numbers.
Oh.
I mean, that wasn't as bad as the last one.
No, it wasn't.
It was. No matter what we did, was going to be significantly better.
That's one.
That bar's lower than the foot bar that I got down here. Hi, how are ya? I am your snake daddy, your cheeseburger princess, your shit poster, supreme. Matt Keck alongside me is the light of my life.
Paul, Dead Body Shields.
Oh, man. I feel like maybe that's not a nickname that you generally want to roll with.
I got into high school.
Uh-huh. Did you get that after the first time you had sex?
Yeah, it was
you were just laying there like a dead body, right?
Yep. I was just like, I didn't know. That's my move, actually, is I just lay there and just hope something happens.
Just
but then,
call it the corpse, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Paul, Dead Body Shields. And, of course, joining us once again, one of our favorites, Dennis Chanay.
I'm so happy to be back this soon.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. I think you're our first official repeat guest.
Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. So me and Polly, we had a Christmas party we went to. Just this past weekend, and we got a very special gift from one of our friends. She made us special glasses. So today we figured we could open it up. You can see I'm wearing my Browning Christmas hat. I don't know if you can still buy these. I have no idea what their merch situation
When
is.
did you get that?
Johnny sent these to us in the mail yesterday.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
just popped these. Pretty sweet. Pretty pumped about them. But we got very special homemade glasses to drink out of from our friend Jessica. And so I figured I'd show mine first right here. Look at this bad boy, huh?
Oh, look at
Check this guy out.
Oh, you gotta.
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's the snake daddy right there. The snake
nice.
hat. Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
pour this thing
beautiful.
out and fill it up while you pull
Let
yours
me
out.
open mine up here. See what I got.
Oh. Getting it out of the bag right now. Oh, what do we got? Ooh, yeah. And we have... Hey!
Okay.
Look at this.
That's my corn dog Paul. That's my calling card, I guess.
Hold that bad boy up.
That's So
that's one of our ongoing jokes. Paul is old corn dog Paul. That's pretty good. I like it. I think she might have drawn your face there.
yeah, she said she did. On here, she said my face was going to be on here, and she drew them. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And she did the corn dogs, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. We got 4 of these, so I'm going to...
I need to get a better thing than corn dogs. I should get a snake hat.
Yeah,
somehow.
you should. You got to get an albatross to throw
multiple
around
of
your neck. It looks like all 4 of mine are some awesome little slithery little sneaky
Oh, you
snakes.
got those...
I got 4 snakes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Did you get any more? Anything different, or is it 4 corn dog pollies?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What do we got? Oh, that's different. I can tell from the back side. It looks kind of like an upvote arrow.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No.
What?
It's probably a downvote, but...
Downvote. What do we got, Paul?
Okay. This one is a Paul and the Violent Farmers with a rice hat, I guess.
I think that's a rice hat, yeah.
Is that my calling card?
Is
that my deal?
I mean, I feel like you do own one of those, right?
No, I
You don't?
No.
For some reason, I thought you always had a costume of one of those.
Yeah, because I'm Asian.
No, I don't know. I just thought, well, yes, but I thought that's why you had the costume, yeah, for sure.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica.
What's it say down there on the bottom?
It says Paul and the Violent Farmers.
Oh, see, that's why you're a farmer.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
a
guess.
farmer hat.
It's my band.
Uh-huh. See?
Well, that's great. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
We got Paul and the Violent Farmer, we got Corn Dog Paul, and we got some slithery little sneaky snake. Hell yeah. Thank you, Jessica.
Beautiful gifts.
Thanks.
I mean, they're pretty, incredible. I'm surprised at how well made they are. I got to drink out of one of these Paul cups at some point.
I was like, I put it down here next to this homunculus.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's that looks like she drew me a little bit.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
That's
great.
So today, you may have noticed a few boxes on our table here if you're watching. We're going to be talking about something that a friend of the show left a comment on Spotfiy. So if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is leave comments. Because let me tell you, we're here to get to the bottom of what you want us to get to the bottom of.
Yeah, we'll probably do it.
And we are being asked to get to the bottom of... Now, they were asking for a friend... So I'm not going to give away any names in case the FBI is tracking this.
Okay.
But asking for a friend, what do you do if you have a dead body? She's got to get rid of this dead body. And we're here to figure out what you do with a dead body. And personally, just breaking it down, I feel like our main sections are going to be legally, when someone dies and you're around a dead body, what do you do? And then we're probably going to get into the illegally. Somehow you happen to be in the presence of a dead body. I'm not blaming anyone. What do you do?
So you have a real life listener who's like, "Oh, thank God they're answering my question." Watching this live.
This is a real person that we could be assisting with a crime. So if the FBI is tracking this, we do. I'll save all the info. I'm just not going to air it.
I wore my
You're looking judicious.
Well, yeah, this is my pallbearer suit.
Oh, yeah, pallbearer.
I tried to do that, but I didn't have a bear because I'm Paul. The bear.
Oh, yeah, you could do like a barbarian bear
closest
skin
I had
thing.
was a squirrel, and then
oh man, maybe
I
that's
sit down in this chair with the tail.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny if you were a Paul Squirreler.
Squirrel Paul, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm into that. I feel like we're sitting on a gold mine licensing wise right now. Paul bears.
Oh, yeah.
We just make cute little Paul teddy bears.
Funerals?
Yeah, sure.
Funeral
Yeah,
bears?
And
it'll
rice
make
hats.
people feel better.
And rice hat, a little rice hat, and a corn dog hanging out.
You know how bears wear rice hats?
Kung Fu Panda.
That's true. He does.
Oh, yeah.
He does for sure. So
I don't even know if they're called rice hats. Are they called rice hats?
I'm not
so.
sure. They're definitely were for the rice farmers, though.
Yeah,
because it was the shade or whatever. So dead bodies. Someone dies. You know, we all talk about what we want to do with ourselves when we die, right? It's a weird thing that we always think about. Mm-hmm. It's like such a morbid conversation, but it definitely comes up constantly.
Yeah.
I've gone through the paces. For a while, I wanted the big funeral. I wanted everyone to mourn me. For a while, I was just like, throw me out in the woods and let the coyotes do it. I think I'm a cremation guy now. I feel like I'm a cremation guy. What do you guys think? Like, when you die, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with it?
I want to be like Weekend at Bernie'd.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can make that happen,
I have a similar
Paul.
goal, actually. Yeah.
You do?
How long do you want us to pretend you're alive?
Oh, just till right after I don't look like Mitch McConnell.
Okay. So you can get pretty sunken in. You can start to droop a decent amount.
Yeah.
But the moment you look just a little worse than Mitch, we'll pull you. I love this.
Wait, what did they do with Bernie?
They went to the beach and
oh no, I know,
girls.
but like, where did he end up?
Oh, at the end, I don't because they did multiple sequels. I think he's still around with them partying.
Yeah, he did
still
there was a sequel with Bernie.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe we could get a third. He might still be out there rotting. Skeleton Bernie.
Skeleton Bernie. I want to be turned into. I've said for a long time, I want to be turned into ashes. And I want the ashes to be donated to a society that plays practical jokes with my ashes. And then I want there to be like a Wikipedia page that's like who I was fed to or like where I was hidden.
What they put you
or
in.
who eyes I got thrown in. Yeah, what I got put in. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, because I feel like people do that a lot. Like, it's all about where do the ashes end up. Like, I mean, there's the famous scene from Big Lebowski where they have the Folgers can and it blows back in their faces.
He opens it up and...
There's been a couple good ones I've heard of. There's like a comic book artist who put his ashes into ink and like drew, like they printed one of his famous issues.
That's awesome.
There's the people who like had it pressed into a vinyl that you can play because it's just ash. So I mean, it could get pressed into the plastic.
We have actually we have here in front of us. You can't see me pointing at it, but there's a. This is my mom's ashes.
Paul Mom right here joining us as a guest on the thing.
Yeah, and we're supposed to. I haven't done it yet, but we're supposed to take them and put them in like where she lived. We're gonna like get a tree and like put it on the tree and like a baby tree and let that.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
Like
you plant it and it like the tree.
Yeah,
grows.
we're supposed to do that, but again, she died.
It's been a few years.
Yeah. 2018, I think.
I feel like you can do it whenever, though. You can still do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I still have them right here.
Yeah, there they are.
As long as I get it. I mean, if you open that up, it's like a vault in there.
Yeah, you were saying
it's like a Die Hard vault, or you got to freaking get in. But
wow.
I wonder if like Ocean's 14 could be them trying to get your mom's ashes out so you can plant it with the tree. Now, did you have to plan like what you did after your mom died? Like, did you have to figure out how to do all that?
Oh yeah, that was so nerve-wracking.
I could imagine because it's something no one
planned at all.
Well, and no one talks to you about that, right? Yeah. No one tells you what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it was.
So is it just like cold calls? Do you just like cold call funeral homes or? Cold call sounds very insensitive in this case.
Yeah,
the trigger warning. We're going to talk about death a lot.
She was at a nursing home.
Yeah.
Her last deal. Sorry, she was like at a nursing home, and they kind of helped me out. Told me it's
so they kind of guide you and stuff. I think that's when my grandpa died. I feel like that's what the hospital did too. Like I remember very quickly, like right after he dies, they came in with like this whole packet thing that they handed to my dad and my uncle, and I feel like. Yeah, they like give you. Hopefully, you have someone around that can like guide you to be like, "Hey, these people help with this." But
well, yeah, they kind of told you what you needed to do.
Yeah,
but like when she was gonna getting ready, I was like, "Oh man, she's not here for long. I need to freaking figure something out."
Yeah,
it was a mess. She couldn't even write her name or anything like that.
And you need them to sign a bunch of different stuff
to get power of attorney and stuff
because
like
other things end up in probate and everything gets all fucked up and
because they wouldn't do any of her care stuff and things unless I had the power of attorney, and we didn't do that beforehand.
Right.
So if you have anybody out there that's
living wills are so important.
Everybody needs that.
Everything stuff. Freaking
yeah.
Summed up beforehand, just because.
I mean,
man,
even
it was a mess.
I feel like even at our age, like none of us are all that old, but like even at our ages, it's good to have the living will. You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. This world's fucking crazy, and so yeah.
I was so stressed out with.
I could imagine
all this stuff, and they wouldn't let me take care of any of it
because you have to have this signed.
Yeah,
and you have
I
to
had
have
a notary to do the paperwork to get the
Lord.
deal. So I had to have a notary.
They make everything
I don't know what
difficult.
you're doing here because she can't even sign her name.
Yeah,
we can and. Had to lift her hand up to make her do a thing with the notary there.
That's
notary
rough.
Was not.
Yeah, that makes it real rough. Like, yeah,
I feel bad for that notary.
He's like, stamp.
Yeah.
I'm a stamp it.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. I'm so happy I haven't had to do that yet.
I did notice you on your side there, though. You have a
smaller,
nicer looking box than mine.
This is actually the ashes of my baby. That sounds really dark. This is Cheese Whiz, my dog. This is my dog Cheese Whiz, the ashes of Cheese Whiz. So with him, there wasn't a big thing. I think they actually like literally have a partner facility that they just ship the dogs over to. They're just like, hey, we can process him, or you can take him and bury him. So I've had 2 dogs die. Meatloaf's still alive. He's freaking 15. I wish. My first dog was Samuel L. Jackson. The L stood for Lawrence of Arabia. When he died, we went and we did the burial thing. They give you a little box, and we were all emotional. And I went and dug the hole. And let me tell you, digging a hole is not easy.
Oh yeah, I've had to. In the military, have you dig. There's all
like dig ditches and stuff.
Dig a
trench,
foxhole.
right?
Yeah, you have to dig a foxhole, and then you have to stay overnight in it and shit.
That shit wears you out,
I don't
man.
know how you would do it for freaking those grave digger guys.
No,
now that thank God they got
those dudes got to look like Bill Gold. Yeah, they got the backhoes now. Yeah, they had to have lats up to their fucking ears back in the day. Those dudes were yoked to their minds with these bodies. But yeah, because mine was a puggle. Which I think he was 50 pounds, and I didn't have to dig that big of a hole. It just had to be deep enough that coyotes couldn't eat it, and it took me like 6 hours.
Oh my Lord!
To dig that hole. So when Cheese Whiz died, we burned him up. And I got my little box here. I've never opened it because they like screwed it shut. But I do like to come over and kind of shake him around a bit. Play sometimes.
Now he's with you.
See if he'll fetch. He's a good boy.
Really weird magic 8-ball thing.
Cheese Whiz. You can hear him. That's my dog.
Oh, baby. Where do you take a dog? Okay.
That's kind of what he sounded like,
that
actually,
when you did that.
When he just did that, I was like, that's kind of what his constant, that's what he sounded
constant panting. Yeah, I have a tattoo of the sound wave of his snort. I recorded it on my phone.
Oh, wow.
I wish it was the ones you could scan and, like, play, but I didn't know how to do that. But yeah, so we've got, his box didn't take quite as much as the humans. They kind of downgraded me, I think. I think I paid flat rate fees.
You take them to a vet?
Yeah.
Where do you take them? Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about the end of a pet life and what you do with pets. So honestly, the hardest thing with a pet is when they're dying, because you don't know when the right time is. And let me tell you, the first time you think it's the right time probably is, and I know that's not when you're going to take them, but don't feel bad about when you take them. They don't know what's going on. They're sick. They're having a hard time. Cheese Whiz, I waited too long. That night before, he was having such a hard time breathing that there were times I thought he was dying. And it's like, I should have taken him before, because it was more painful for him to live longer. But you just go to the vet and you let him know, hey, he's having a hard time. I don't think he's going to make it, whatever. And yeah, they'll put him down. It's crazy to watch. The first time I didn't really watch, but you just sit there. He was just going, fell asleep, little tongue, plooped out his mouth, and he was good to go. It's one of the saddest things to watch in the world, but at the same time, it was like excellent closure.
Yeah.
But that's, for animals, I feel like you have to do that. Like, it's your responsibility as the thinking being to make sure that we don't have that dignity. Like, we get in these, like, sicknesses. Like, if I get to the point where I can't breathe overnight, you can't just go put me down. And I wish we could, but we can't. We have to suffer through it. But dogs don't. Cats don't. We have the ability to just go and be like, hey, buddy, I've loved you. You've been around. We're gonna do this right and get you out of here before you have to go through that. I am 100% advocating for human euthanasia. 100%. All on board on that. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to fucking suffer. That sounds terrible.
It is wild what we do to people. Even without euthanasia, you can't just die. A lot of times they'll put you on machines that like make your body work.
Yeah, they just keep your body running and you're not even there, man. Yeah. It's wild. No, some people cling to it though, right? They figure if there's any chance and you can keep me running, I want to be back. I get that. Then you get to the, conversation about the fear of death and why we're afraid and what happens afterwards, and it becomes really existential. But I don't know. End of the day, if we're keeping it pragmatic, we should be able to off ourselves if we need to. I feel like we should be... That's like the ultimate decision. It's the only one they don't let us take. Like, it's wild.
This is an odd question, but I've never held ashes. Can I pick up your mom later, Paul? Just to see how heavy it is?
Sure, you can do it now if you want.
Pick it up, test it. Tell us how heavy it is.
All right, I just don't know how heavy.
It's not very heavy, actually.
We're having the hard conversations here.
Oh, wow.
If you've got you want to pick up a.
But it's not that heavy.
A human.
No, she wasn't a large woman.
She was pretty small. I feel like she was what, like 5'2"?
I'm sorry for doing that.
Yeah, she was like 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah, she was pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
And the box is pretty sturdy, so that's like what we weigh. That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like they do a good job with these boxes. They're made, really probably by the same people that make the big ones, like the coffins and stuff, I would guess. It seems similar. I don't remember getting a choice on my box. Did you get a choice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with the cheapest. Is that bad?
No, that's literally what I was thinking. I was like, I would have probably just gone with a cheap one because, like, I don't care what the box looks like. I went with the cheapest. I didn't know especially if you're planning on getting them out of the box. I was planning on
getting rid of it. This is what it. And then it came with the. They hyped up the box as the fancy selling point, but I was like, I'll just
I don't need no box.
Yeah, I'll just take the cheapest.
She's not staying in the box.
Yeah,
and there's like a little safe in there.
Yeah, there's like a little if you.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Yeah, if you open up here.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, the whole kit and caboodle.
The death certificate right here, and
wow.
Right here is this sturdy box thing. I don't think that'll burn down in a fire. Even.
No, I think that'll live. And the nice part, though, is if there ever is a fire, the condition doesn't really change too much. You just have a few extra ashes. That's one of the things that when you're leaving the house in case of a fire, it's like, well, we'll just have a little more of Mom.
Is this my coffee table I'm spreading, or is this my mom? I don't know.
So it feels like legally, if there's a dead body, you got a handful of options. You got your cremations, you got your burials. You could go big with the burial. People have. There's people who go into the mausoleums and have the big family thing. There's the people with the statues, which I feel like is like kind of a continuance of, pharaoh culture, right? Pyramids and like, I'm so big and important that when I die, you must gaze upon this rock and remember. And to some extent, it worked. I go to sleep and I watch these fucking dig 'em up shows, and people are still talking about Ramses and all these dudes.
Have you seen these? Have you heard or seen the Tibetan sky burials?
No.
Is that where they just put you out for birds to eat you?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They like cut up your body. It's a Tibetan thing, and they cut up your body, and then they put it out there for these vultures to come down and eat. And then once they eat them, then they'll take the bones, all the flesh off of there. Once the birds have eaten all the flesh,
clean it off.
They take the bones and they like bang them and crush them up into like this meal to refeed to the birds.
Oh, I was like, they don't eat it, do
wow.
they?
No, they don't eat it, but I've seen like videos of them, and they're all happy and smiling and doing it.
I mean, because it's like a tradition thing now.
Yeah,
right?
I guess in like
feel connected to their ecosystem.
I guess there's a certain thing where they have like 49 days, or that's before you like pass over or whatever.
Okay, so for you to like travel to the other side or whatever, and leave
something like that. I don't know the exactness of it.
Sure,
but
it's always similar to that.
I have seen some videos where people went and visited where the birds are. I mean, it's not gonna smell good.
That's gotta be horrible.
People puking and everything else. While this guy's smiling and hitting, smashing bones, and you're like, I
wonder if that's where
the
grind the bones to make my bread shit comes from and shit like that. I was talking about that the other day. I was like, why would you use bones in your fucking bread? Is that flour? But I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's about putting ourselves back into the ecosystem to be fit.
They have a thing called bone meal. I wonder if that's made
Ooh, yeah. I bet it is bone.
Like
that's a good point.
Bone.
Dang. Yeah, I would let the animals eat me. I don't know that I mean, birds kind of suck. Like, throw me to a fucking bear. Like, that would be sick. I would love to be a grizzly bear's meal.
I'll be alligatored out of this world.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we're going to have to talk about that when we get to the illegal shit for sure.
I literally just remembered, for my birthday this year, my mom and me went and saw a dead nun.
What?
Okay. I just remember this one. You're talking.
I literally took
that was your present?
Yeah.
I took a drink at the wrong time. I almost spit it out.
There was an incorruptible nun out in Gower, Missouri,
We'll
which
see.
I guess happens every once in a while. And we went and visited her, and in my car, I have dirt from her grave, and we went and visited her.
That's
awesome. She was just out. She was just laying out.
Incorruptible?
She wasn't
She
decaying.
couldn't be corrupted.
Oh, she couldn't decay.
She wasn't decaying. They had dug her up. She had died like 5 years ago.
She like mummified?
And they dug her up. I guess that's one theory. They dug her up, and she was just in this simple wooden coffin. They took her out, and like she looked like she just died like yesterday. Like she was like a 90-year-old lady.
So she's a nun.
She didn't smell.
Is this like so when this happens, is this like a thing like in the Catholic
like a potential
religion?
miracle.
Like a miracle
Yeah.
thing?
And you got some of her dirt?
I got some of her dirt.
I mean, there could be some friggin'
I got a
Jesus
rosary that I
magic in
touched to her.
dirt.
There could be. But yeah, she looked really good. Did not smell. I touched her. I touched her.
Yeah, I looked at...
You like touched her body?
Yeah, you could walk up and just touch her. People were like
that's
crying.
Cool.
and,
Oh, I
like,
mean,
praying.
yeah, I could imagine.
It was wild.
It's
That's
actually
insane.
legal. They made it legal in some states. I know in Seattle. I mean, I know like in Washington that you can compost your body.
Oh yeah,
wow.
yeah. You
They
can
let
like
compost it, and then at the end they give you this big bag of dirt.
yeah,
and it just smells.
and you can just like plant a
good
garden
soil
or
whatever.
That makes sense.
It does. Like, I kind of like that. It's like those ones. There's like a company you can get the coffin where the tree grows up out of you.
Yeah.
Even like
It's like a bag sometimes.
yeah, it's insane. That's probably. I'm guessing it's up there. It must be because of the compost law. That's crazy. I would do that too. Like, why not? But I'll probably just do the burning thing. I think. I thought I would do science. I thought I would, and then I heard about all the different things. You don't get to choose. Like, everyone's like, I'm going to donate my body to science, and I'm going to help cure cancer. And it's like, actually, you're probably going to be, like, used for makeup testing or, like, strapped to a chair and have a bomb dropped on you, or they're going to turn a jet engine on and see how long it takes to cook you. Basically, you just become, like, fodder for a science experiment. You might help cure a disease, but most likely they have that disease already in a petri dish, and they're just testing video game physics on our dead bodies. They're like, throw them in a car, slam them against a wall, see how many bones break. So I don't think I'm going to do that unless they take video footage of what they do with my body and post it to my TikTok post-mortem, in which case I'm back in.
It's your final TikTok.
Fuck this body up. Fuck it up. Cook me, daddy.
Nobody will take my body. I don't think. I've tried while I'm alive. They won't take me. I try to give blood. No, we don't.
Can't have. No. Why can't you use your hard to find your veins?
No, it's no, it's because I had kidney cancer.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
like,
So just
that's the kind of cancer that
the one
we
type where you
can't-
can't give blood, basically.
Yeah, so I can't give blood. They say
because it's the thing that filters the blood or whatever.
yeah,
That makes sense.
And then yeah, and everything else I've tried out for, I haven't. They
just
won't
don't
take me.
They just don't want your stuff, Paul.
They don't want my body.
They don't want
They're
your
like,
stuff.
Yeah, so I don't think
they're like,
when I'm
well,
dead, there's
whatever
going to be
this guy
clamoring for
has.
this freaking
We're not curing this
Fat-
shit. We
old
cannot.
fat Asian guy. I don't think that's going to be a freaking. I want that freaking eyeball. Or look at these. The fuck! I can't even wear glasses. I have hearing aids in, for God's sake. I
feel like there's a lot of things to test.
Yeah.
So much to test. We could figure
Yeah.
out so many things.
Yeah, they don't want any of what I got. I'm sure.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Come on, science, take my boy.
I've seen my dick. You don't want that.
I
That's
mean,
for damn sure.
maybe they do. They got to find the extremes.
I
It's
guess.
just such a giant hog that they're going to be like, what is this? Is this a trimmer? Are trimmers real? And it's like, nope. When the ground comes rumbling, Paul just comes a-fucking. That's what the trimmers were based on.
Yeah, that's
that
what they've
big
compared
old
my dick
sandworm.
to, a trimmer,
He's
yeah.
got that big old
That's-
that dune sandworm just crawling around in there. Timothy Chalamet's trying to throw a lasso over his big old dick and ride it through the desert.
Yep.
That's your new nickname. Your Paul Big Dick Shoe. King Dong.
Even even if that was my nickname, I feel like When it got down to the act, that it would the jig is up.
I mean, that's the worst. Is like in high school, because in high school I was obviously an extreme virgin because duh. And one of my friends made this rumor about me having an enormous penis and helicoptering it, and so we would do like jokes to keep the joke going because we all knew I wasn't gonna fuck, so no one was gonna find out. But the problem was, if I ever did like actually somehow like luck my way into a good situation, it would have ended up being a horrible situation. I set myself up to potentially be wildly embarrassed. Thankfully, I was, an incel until post high school. So
I was the same. We used to tell dick jokes, but I had this. If Paul's dick fell in the forest, would it make a sound?
I think yes.
No, because all the witnesses would be crushed.
Because it's too goddamn big.
So there'd be no one to hear it.
Paul Sequoia Shields.
I tried to do a helicopter thing, but it just looked like it was hula hooping, and it was, and like nothing was moving. So I don't know.
Yeah, I tried too. Have you ever seen somebody just wave a Carmex back and forth? Mine just kind of looked like someone waving a Carmex up and down.
I was like, I'll try to helicopter this, but there's no. This is like the thing that holds the propeller.
See, this is what you get with the Bottom Boys, folks. You get a sincere look at the end of your life, and you get a nice discussion about the way tiny dicks look like Carmex. Listen, we're here to give you the whole spectrum.
After our first...
We are a full spectrum podcast, whatever you want to take that for.
After our first, 4 episodes, I asked someone, I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And they're like, and they give me the shruggy emoji, maybe don't talk about your dick so much.
Okay, does anyone else have the dream where you're at a urinal and your dick, and you find out that if you pull on your dick, it gets longer, and you're like, this is awesome, but then you're like, I can't retract it, and then you just have this giant dick.
Is it like
you're like, I need to find a doctor. Yes, it's
like the magic where the magician's pulling out handkerchiefs.
Pulling out.
I've had this like multiple times in my life, and then I'm like, I don't know who to talk to. I don't know how to hide my dick. Yeah, exactly.
You
can't put it back.
Fishing pole reel back? Yeah.
Wow. Reel it in. Just reel it back in.
Scared to talk about death?
Just tap the button.
Yeah,
no, we needed a palate cleanser because we were talking about legal disposing of bodies, which was going to bound to get serious, and now we needed the palate cleanser because this is going to be wildly unserious, and I hope people are very okay with us disrespecting the sanctity of life, because we're going to talk about how to illegally get rid of a body now.
Ooh.
And there are going to be ways that just aren't great.
Do they let you do those? Do they let you do? Is it legal to do like those Viking ones?
So I think in some places it is. So as a kid, my grandparents went to a funeral and the person got cremated. And I thought that's what they did. Still, I thought they put them on a thing and lit it on fire. So when they got home, it was raining that day. And I was like, how'd they do the cremation? It's raining outside. And they were like, that isn't how it works at all. And then they explained to me the big oven.
There's people ovens.
Oh,
but man, I always thought it was like Jedis or whatever.
Yeah, I was just thinking it was Star Wars. I always thought of that, yeah.
That's what I think happened in the Ghost movie.
With Patrick Swayze?
Yeah. It's like she just cooked him in a
kiln?
Pottery kiln.
And cooked him into the clay.
And that's what the whole deal was.
Whoa.
Gross.
You just blew my mind. You just blew my mind. Patrick Swayze's probably in a vase right now. Maybe even in real life.
That's
too soon.
Also, not
maybe.
to get off, but
no, let's go.
Are you big Catholic?
I am a Catholic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you?
So I can't do the prank thing. I'm not allowed to.
I just wondered why that was your birthday. That was all.
And yeah.
Were you excited about that?
I was like, okay,
it's pretty cool.
Let's maybe go see a miracle.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's the kind of thing. Like those
She's
are
gonna be under glass, I think, if you want to go see her.
Where's it at?
Gower, Missouri.
Oh, it's in Missouri.
That's the kind of stuff that like makes me go. I mean, like I'm not a big religious guy. I grew up super religious, so I have an aversion to certain things. But like when stuff like that happens, it makes me be like, I mean, I'm not like against everything. I'm open to shit. Like if this lady's dead and she don't stink and she ain't rotten, well, something's going on. That ain't fucking normal.
Right.
So, hey, I'm on board. I love me a dead nun that doesn't die.
I'm with you.
You know, I feel like you could cut our podcast in 3-second clips and make me one of the most horrifying humans. Here's my dead baby. I love a dead nun. Kill me.
Remember when you said you were cool with Hitler?
No, I did not say that. I listened back. I did end up saying it. So, we're gonna illegally get rid of dead bodies. I promise I'm not cool with Hitler. I only love the miracle dead nuns. I would love all nuns to live forever. They're beautiful creatures, unless they slap you with a ruler, in which case they're evil. How would you get rid of a dead body if you needed no one to know?
Ooh. I would put them in a big vat of Panera Bread lemonade. Just toss them right in that lemonade.
It'd be almost just like that first Breaking Bad thing. Just get them, that they have a container that can hold it. So we just need a large Panera cup, and we put a human in it, and we just fill it with the charged lemonade and just watch them melt. I think that would work really. It'd be like Mortal Kombat 2 when you uppercut them into the pit and their little skeleton bombs back up. It'd be just like that. It'd be just like that.
Yeah, that Breaking Bad where they put them in the bathtub.
Yeah, and they like.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
can't remember what
scene.
acid they use.
Yeah, it's the one that doesn't break down the plastic because it won't react. The molecules won't react or whatever.
Well, ended up eating through the.
That's because they were supposed to use a tub. They used a bathtub.
Yeah.
What do you do? I've always thought about that, though. If you put a body in acid, if you put a body in an acid, what do you do with the barrel?
Well, the barrels
Afterwards, what do you do with the slurry?
Well, what?
Pour the slurry out for the fishes, and then you take the barrel and you give it to a place like Paul's Work.
What's
that's a hazmat place.
Everything.
Oh.
The acid's going to eat it all, so it'll combine with the liquid. So it'll just be
a goo,
a liquid.
Like a
it won't even necessarily be good. Well, I guess it depends on
how much it
you
breaks
have,
down, but
how much acid you have. But it it straight just will eat it and it'll combine.
See, Paul's a chemist. He could burn these bodies up for us if we need to.
This is awesome.
We got skills.
Like that TikTok I showed you,
where you did the penny and
in the nitric acid, and it just straight
turned it into it turned it into a different type of acid or whatever.
It just changed the color and it was liquid.
Yep.
Could the police test that and figure out that there's
liquid?
a body in that liquid?
Good question.
You're still gonna have
some residue, maybe.
Because when your
You'd
body
still
changes,
have, like,
you
DNA
still have
in
a
there?
chemical change. It has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So whatever, I don't know if DNA would be in there.
Yeah, I don't know if it would break it down or not.
I don't know if DNA would be in there.
Oh,
But
There's definitely you could use it as evidence, but it might not be solid.
Any of the minerals,
it's definitely not solid.
minerals and stuff inside of you.
Liquid evidence.
Any of the minerals and stuff inside of you would still be there.
Oh, like iron and shit.
Yeah.
So you could
all
figure
that
out
stuff,
some
'cause it doesn't
stuff.
go away. It
Yeah.
stays there. Whenever you make a chemical change,
Yeah, you can't
it has to go
destroy
some-
an element.
I mean, it could go into the air with some of it.
It can change its state of matter, right? Yeah, but it won't leave. That's interesting. Ooh, we're gonna have to use Paul's facilities next time we kill someone because we are not close enough to Florida.
I'm sick of using pigs.
Yeah, we're not close. Yeah, I feel like that's what we would have to use if we were doing the mafia. You kill a guy and you throw the parts to an animal. We would have to use wild hogs around here. We'd have to go south, maybe down to the Ozarks, and feed them to the hogs.
I have heard catfish.
Oh yeah, yeah. Catfish,
Yeah.
catfish
Really?
are bottom feeders. It's really,
yeah.
they're down in the bottom noodling.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. So catfish and wild hogs are definitely Missouri boys. But, I mean, there's so many animals that people are getting fed to. Like, you hear about the alligators all the time. What was that? Dexter. That show. He was down in Miami. He was feeding people to an alligator. What was the one Amber was talking about? They drained a lake. Lake Mead, the man-made lake. They drained it. and there were so many dead bodies just in the bottom of the lake, like mafia style. They found a barrel in the bottom of the lake, and it was kind of like the Nun to some extent, where he had been sealed the right way, and they popped it open, and he was all bloated from the water, so they couldn't immediately identify him, but he was still like together in this barrel that he had got jammed in and like thrown to the bottom of the water. So mafia people, it seems like throwing bodies in the water kind of works, actually. These dudes were down there for decades, so
you know, do that
buy yourself some time.
Yeah, trying to do that Niagara Falls in the barrel.
Does that connect to Lake Mead? If it does, that could be
Maybe
it.
He's practicing.
He could have been.
He's like,
that's a good point.
Sucks.
He's like, how long can I live in a barrel?
Maybe he's a Broncos fan. Don't those guys wear barrels?
I mean, they're all poor people, so probably. All Broncos fans are poor, dilapidated, horrible people. The most rotten, toxic, smelly people you've ever met in your life. If you like the Broncos, I'm assuming you have every sexually transmitted disease. I'm assuming you beat your spouse. I'm assuming you abuse them mentally. I'm just assuming that you don't deserve to live if you like the Denver Broncos. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
You can Fargo it.
Ooh, wood chipper.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I feel like breaking them down is important, right?
Yeah.
If you can break them down into a lot of pieces, it's easier to transfer, because you're not just gonna like deadlift a fucking dead body. That's a lot of weight. Like, you can to a point. Like, I can deadlift like, you know, up to 200 pounds. I could get up on my shoulders, but I'm not gonna want to carry that very far.
No,
you don't want to transfer that around. Like, maybe I could squat down with it once. So you're gonna want to break it apart, right? So do you slaughterhouse it? Do you figure out a way to drain the juices? Like, is that what you need to do first? Because otherwise you're making a mess, and then there's evidence everywhere.
I think it's tough to not make a mess no matter what.
I know it really is. I feel like that's the hardest thing. Is you've got to. That's why Dexter was so good. He had that clean shit down packed. Like, he created like the little hermetically sealed envelope of a room. And then it doesn't matter. You can make all the mess you want and just fold it on down into itself.
I would think that you'd have to knock them out first.
Definitely.
And then put them in many bags
lots of
already.
bags.
And then kill them while they're already in a bag.
You know those bags?
Oh, so don't kill them first.
Just like
kill them afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Kill them in the bag.
In the bag.
Like a human shake and bake.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Just smash it all up in the bag, shake it around. Yeah, that keeps it not messy. That's a good idea, Dennis.
Yeah,
so I've got all these bags, right? Full of bags in my house. Like, I've got thousands of
I'm
these
a
bags.
bag guy too.
I feel like maybe we could like figure out a way to like combine those into a giant, and we can just sell them on the black market. Like, hey, listen, that bag over the head, that's not doing the trick. Here's a bag to put over the entire body.
That's what cartoons do. They robe you and then they go.
Yeah,
get a body bag.
Carry them around over your shoulder like freaking on a bindle. Let's go. That's a great idea.
Oh yeah, they literally have body bags.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great point. You can just buy body bags online and just work from there.
It's what they yell in karate matches.
Well, it's kind of like how, like,
right?
Yeah, that's true.
You could buy.
Get a body bag.
I feel like in no real karate matches have I heard that, but I honestly feel like I should.
That's the only real karate match I've seen is that one.
We need to go
back.
Is
that not real?
What was that?
Karate Kid.
Oh yeah, that was definitely real for sure. Karate Kid's for sure nonfiction. I'm just saying, at the ones I went to, I never heard it, and I was disappointed. When I was a child, if someone would have yelled "Get a body bag," it would have inspired me to mutilate that other child more. I feel like I was let down by the Pee-wee coaches in my life. They did not instill enough hatred of my fellow man.
Yep. All goes back to our child actor episode.
It always does.
Yep.
Why don't I hate people more, Dad? Why don't I hate people more? So yeah, you got to make the body smaller. The wood chipper's good. I feel like you would want something on the end to catch it.
That seems really messy, though.
Yeah, you need something to catch it.
That.
Yeah, because at that point you can. I mean, I see people walk through these fields in like Turkey and pick up a piece of a pot that's been there for 3,000 years. So they're definitely gonna find some bone.
Yeah.
But if you put like a big old thing to catch it all in, who knows?
Yes. I worry about the wood chipper. Mm-hmm. I think if I tried to do like a hacksaw or something, I'd just get grossed out and give up.
I think if I was going to be... Yeah, I couldn't do that. No way.
It's too much.
I couldn't do it. No, it's... Yeah.
When do they start to smell? So you got to do it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know when rigor mortis.
That's a great... I should have looked that up, how long you have before it's stinky. Because, I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of people just give up. They just like, I killed the body, I'm just going to hide it somewhere, and then someone's going to eventually find it. You get like... I mean, all the way in fiction, it's happened forever. Telltale Heart, obviously. Even Cormac McCarthy has the Child of God book where the dude fucks the dead body. That dude is messed up. But his books his books are great. But Jesus Christ,
Lord. I read that book and I was like, "What is happening?"
What? Yeah, I know. I'm halfway through. And I'm like,
just leaving a dead body in a car and he's coming back. Oh man, this is not.
He's like, you go. This guy's stealing my sex moves. That's my move. The dead body.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was.
So I feel like that's what usually happens: is people don't think before they kill, and then they kill, and then they're just like, "Well,
yes,
I'm gonna go put them in the closet till someone figures it out."
Or they just feel guilty.
Or they leave, or they feel guilty and kill themselves.
Or they leave a message for a podcast
yeah.
to tell them what to do with the body.
Like, hey, what do I do with this body? First, don't Google anything. If Casey Anthony taught me anything, it's don't Google. Although she got away with it, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Google whatever you want.
Yeah, stop Googling how to.
Yeah, that's the number.
How do I dispose of a body?
Deal,
I know. I literally almost typed
Google
that
it.
in.
I did.
I was like, how to dispose of a... No,
I
don't
wonder
do
if somebody's
that.
going to be going through wanting to dispose of a dead body and listens to our podcast.
I mean, I kind of hope they
and
do.
this freaking sets them up.
Because imagine though, if someone's like,
you know how many hits we're gonna get if somebody actually
yeah,
uses
that's
our
what I'm saying.
podcast
We're gonna
to
go
try
viral, man. If we become the key piece of evidence in a courtroom, and they're like, hey, guys, someone listened to your podcast and they tried to dispose of a body that they murdered, I'm gonna be like, no shit? Do I get to be on TV? And then I'll feel horrible for the victim's family, of course. We are not telling anyone to kill anyone. In fact, we don't want you to kill anyone. Don't. This is a mess. We're telling you it's a mess. You're not going to get away with it. It's a mess. You can't do it. Movies aren't real. Fiction isn't real. That should save us in court. Now, here's how you do it.
They drained Lake Mead.
Yeah. If I learned anything about legal lines, it's this: you got to say it once. Right. Man, that would be so awesome, though, if, like, that's how we got famous.
Yeah.
This is the podcast from the famous, I'm trying to think of a last... Jones Murders. Chris Jones was an avid listener of the Bottom Boys until they had an episode about how to dispose of a dead body. And that... pulled the trigger. Chris Jones turned on his mother and followed the Bottom Boys' steps to the T, and he was immediately caught.
Chris
Turns
Jones,
out putting a body in a bag
listen to the body to the
doesn't work.
Body disposal methods, and got caught trying to pull his dick out continuously.
He accidentally ripped his own dick off. And then he put it in a bag and crushed it.
For the vultures.
So I feel like we've gotten to the bottom of what you actually do with a dead body, which isn't a hard question. It's just a question that we all fear. You can bury it, you can cremate it, you can put it where it needs to go. I think the main thing you really do with a dead body is you respect the wishes of the person as long as you cared for them. If you didn't care for them, I mean, you don't have to respect their wishes. If you did... Or if you did, you can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day,
be nice to people.
Just be
so
kind.
that they do respect your wishes.
That's exactly it too. If you want your wishes respected when you die, be kind to people while you're alive. Because honestly, once you're dead, none of it's really going to matter to you. No matter what you believe, you're not looking back at this realm after death and going, "Oh, yay!" No, you're going to be somewhere else, and so you're leaving behind other people. So just try to make sure what you're leaving behind leaves them in a good enough space. Leaves them happy. Leaves them wanting to, keep you around. There's a reason Cheese Whiz is on my mantle. Meatloaf won't be on my mantle. That's right. I have a favorite dog.
Yeah. My mom's on a mantle. It's on my deal, but those weren't her wishes, really. I don't think,
but I mean, you have time.
Yeah.
You're only 51.
Things I'm doing with them.
Yeah, you're not doing anything.
Her wishes weren't either. But
sure, yeah, because she didn't give you a specific wish. So what you're doing is you're finding something that you feel like could potentially honor her. It's like a wish she might have had.
But
you know,
I didn't like my mom much either.
Well, sure, you didn't, but you still. I mean, I feel like you still give her respect anyway. Like, you know, that's admirable. I suppose. You know, you went through a lot more than I did in your childhood, and you gave your parent much more respect than I give mine, and I have nothing but admiration for that. Just so you know, guys. We're talking about dead bodies. Things got a little serious, but we also, you know, we came up with some really good stuff.
We also had some fun along the way.
We came up with some really good stuff. You know, I'm already putting my bags together. I'm making a giant blanket of plastic bags. We're gonna try this out. I feel like I had to crush some allspice recently in a little bag because it wasn't like pre-ground. I think I could do this, guys. I think I can do
Cheetos.
it.
We went to Evermore.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to start practicing for that Viking funeral.
Oh, yeah.
Because we sucked.
I was horrible at shooting arrows. Oh, man. I fucked my arm up so bad. I had I pulled it and like the string rubbed against my forearm. Oh, man. Katniss.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened to Lake Mead. People were trying to Viking burial and they just kept missing.
All the boats
had a really shitty archer.
If you get a chance, visit the Vikings at the bottom of Lake Mead. Guys, if someone dies, treat them with respect. We are the Bottom Boys.
I don't know that we hit our stuff.
We didn't? What did we do it?
Did we hit... Oh, did we go over our...
What did we miss?
Our hitting the... Well, I know we didn't hit. We've got a show coming up.
Oh, we didn't plug anything.
Yeah, we didn't do plugs and stuff.
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to wrap up the show. We didn't plug anything.
Yeah.
I should have plugged this all up front. We got our show January 12th at the Rhino. Doors are at 7. Shows at 8. You can get the tickets online in our link tree, which is in our bio on our TikTok, and our Instagram, which is at Arson Club KC. You can also visit our website, thebottomboyscast.com, pick up some Arson Club shirts. We got a few stickers. If you want to buy the snake hat for $1 million, by all means. It's actually on sale still, $999,999. If you're looking for a last-minute holiday gift, I got my book back here.
Oh, yeah.
Life More or Less. It's a novella. I also have another novel that's on Amazon called As Well As Can Be Expected. They're both fun little reads. One's a little sci-fi. One's a little more just regular-ass fiction.
I can hook you up with some
We've got
Paul
some...
the Violent Farmer rice hat cups.
We got a couple Paul the Violent Farmer rice hat cups ready to go. I'm sure he's got some CDs too if you want one. Leave some comments. Please leave us comments. Watch or listen to our other podcast, the Christmas Movie Marathon. It's popping off. I'm not going to lie. People are liking that one.
Good.
It might. And this is supposed to be our flagship show, and there's a good chance that Christmas Movie Marathon is going to be more popular. So fuck you guys. Listen to this one too. Yeah, that's true. It won't be popular in January.
Got anything you want to plug, Dennis?
Just put my TikTok, Instagram, Dennis Chanay Comedy.
Dennis Chanay, Chanay, comedy. Follow him. He's hilarious. All right, y'all. I think we got it. I think we covered the dead bodies. We gave them all of the dignity and respect they deserve.
Oh, yeah. Let's bury this episode.
Let's bury this episode. Undertaker. Dong. All right. For Dennis Chanay and the light of my life, Paul.
Paul Corpse Breaker Shields.
There it is. Corpse. Ooh, is that an upgrade from when you were fucking the corpses? Now you're fucking them so hard they break. Corpse Breaker. I am your Snake Daddy Cheeseburger Princess Shitposter Supreme Matt Keck, and I just want to say, Bottom Boys out.